Okay, so now that we exported and have done our rendering test, I'm going to go ahead and break the image down here and see what I need to fix when it comes to texturing the actual model here. I do a shading test because I want to make sure the textures are going to work properly and going to look and try and fit into the actual style that I'm going for. So first thing I'll do is I'll bring the image into Photoshop, and right off the bat, I mean, I can tell you that the skin texture here is probably going to be too light whenever we go to use subsurface scattering through our renderer. The sweater here looks fine. The pants, I mean, the pants look okay. I don't really see any errors except for, you know, maybe on the butt here, but I can fix that whenever it comes to Photoshop. I'm just, you know, really just trying to nitpick and basically just see where our errors are, because you don't want to, you know, finish a character and then say, oh, I got errors here and I need to go back and I need to fix this. It's better to catch it early than it is to catch it late. Obviously here, that's going to be a problem here too, and it's actually on both sides. I can pull that out whenever I go back into Maya. You can obviously see the faces on the shoes, but that's no real big deal. That's pretty minor because, I mean, I haven't really smoothed the model yet. Everything here is looking fine. Obviously there's no fingernail texture. I'll go ahead and paint my own, and then whenever I apply it to the shader, it'll turn out fine. I don't really know if I care for the dress shirt texture. I'll probably go ahead and change that. For right now, though, I mean, the skin texture, it's sort of bugging me, but I mean, it's not bad. I'll just have to wait, I guess, and see how it works whenever I apply it to the subsurface scattering and go from there. I mean, our back pockets look fine. I'm just really trying to nitpick here and see if we have any major problems. I mean, there's no real major problems on the shoes. The shoes all look, you know, fine. They all seem they're going to work well, other than the tessellation error, or the tessellation of the smooth. That looks fine to me. You got to remember too that right now this is just a shading test. There's no normal maps or specular maps or any ambient occlusion maps on it. It's just a flat shaded model, so it'll look a lot different whenever we go to render it, and that's typically why I save it, so that I can compare it to the final model. And that way, I know if I did a good job, then it's going to look completely different in some ways. I mean, the polished textures will look a lot different than what you see here, including with the normal maps. But for right now, for a shading test, this is, you know, it's looking really good. I'm fairly happy with this, and this really helps, like doing a shading test too. It helps the texture. It helps the texture a lot faster than, say, doing it through Photoshop alone, because if you do it through Photoshop alone, which I'm not a Photoshop master or a Photoshop genius, so I tend to do it in Maya a lot, at least for the initial textures, which is our base. And then I'll just add overlays through Photoshop later on in the process, and just keep adding and adding and adding until I, you know, really like it. And then I'll just go ahead and render it. But for right now, you know, this is for our initial base. I mean, this is like really good. I'm really happy with this. Just except for, you know, the small minor errors, and then we're, you know, okay. And then in the next lesson, I guess we'll go ahead and get started texturing. We'll start, I'm guessing, with the bake. Well, I'm guessing we'll start with the bake out through Maya, which will be done with software, the Maya software renderer, where you convert the file to texture and it basically lays it onto your UV map. And then we'll take the model into Photoshop, or take the UVs into Photoshop, and begin, you know, putting our overlays on it. And there you go. I mean, we'll get ready to start texturing.